If you're passionate about sustainable living and maybe for a long time you're looking at building techniques like rammed earth, or you're just generally looking to find ways to build with mud, I have some really good news. I have found Atakpame. Atakpame is a very old building tradition that has almost been forgotten. And it took me a lot of digging to be able to surface a lot of this information. But one thing that I have done is that I have taken the liberty to put together a few resources. I got some really good resources from the DRS website, which is the British Museum website. And on this website, they have really documented the Atakpame building technique in a very extensive way. They have almost 1,300 resources. And what I did is that I took the liberty to go and get all the links on the website, because sometimes when you go to the website, it's not easy to kind of follow the flow of it. So I put together this document. It's all for free. You can now clearly see from the beginning of the construction to the very end. You can see a few images. You can see links to the videos on how the Atakpame building technique works. But the reason why I want to shed light on this particular building technique, especially to those people who were extensively researching on how they can build rammed earth buildings and also they can be able to build with mud, it's really because Atakpame is also a version of rammed earth, but it has been forgotten. And I did a very extensive video talking about the origins of rammed earth, and I started to go deep into this research because I myself was also equally looking at building with a rammed earth home. And so I like to be very intentional about the way I go about things. And before I do something, I like to understand what is the background story. And so I wanted to understand, today we call this building technique rammed earth, but where really did the original name rammed earth come from? And so if you look at some of the videos, I will make sure that the link is in the description box, but it also pops up somewhere here. I share my research and my thought process on how I arrived at this, because the initial video that I made, I got a few people who had some spicy comments, and I understand I do not shy away from tough feedback, but I think I did not do a very good job at helping people understand how I came up with the research. So I did a follow-up video where I detailed step by step my thought process on me questioning the origins of the word rammed earth, where I traced it to the United States, and I started to trace it from Dr. William Wallace Anderson, who had built the Borough House. But then I realized that the Borough House was actually built by enslaved people, people who are also equally my ancestors, but predominantly they're really from the West Africa side of the Alkebulan. And I say Alkebulan, for those of you who do not know, this is the original name of what we call now Africa. I'll keep calling it Alkebulan in honor of the ancestors and the work that I do here. I just love to default to the indigenous ways of doing things. And so on West Africa, they largely practiced what we call Atakpame. And when I was tracing the origins of Atakpame and reading a little bit more about Atakpame, I realized that in Benin and Togo and Ghana, you can find really, really good examples of how Atakpame has been practiced. In fact, if you look at the Takienta built by the Batammariba people of Togo and Benin, they have done an exquisite job of building what many of us today call mud castles. These mud castles they're breathtaking. Oh my God, they're just beyond beautiful. And if you look at them and you look the type of walls that you have at the end of the day versus an actual rammed earth piece of architecture, if you put them side to side, I kid you not, the way they appear, even, it is not distinctively so different. You can actually see the layers of how the mud has been put together. And so even besides just looking at Atakpame, if you look at the original rammed earth technique where you use foam boards to be able to make sure that you put the mud, and I know nowadays people add stabilizers like cement and lime to make sure that the mud really sticks well, and also you get these really nice, beautiful looking walls that have such exquisite patterns. If you just look at all that, that actual technique is called Tabia. And if you look at the origins of Tabia building technique, they're really rooted in North Africa. But unfortunately, for a very long time, especially in the modern day world and in the modern day sense, there's this notion of sub-Saharan Africa and North Africa, as if these two are very different areas. And that has caused a lot of division. It has caused a lot of issues in the continent. That's why I come and default to the word Alkebulan. But the point that I am making here is that Tabia is rooted in North Africa. And Atakpame is rooted in West Africa. If you look at the geographical location, West Africa and North Africa, they're not very far away. And so I have not fully established the relationship there. But one thing that I have been able to discover is that we need to talk more about Atakpame. And the reason why we need to talk more about Atakpame, it's because a lot of people now who desire to build with mud, a lot of people who desire to build with the rammed earth building technique, we don't really get to spend enough time to understand the history behind it and how to fully honor that building technique based on the foundation of our ancestors. Because if you also go to Google and look at the origins of rammed earth, they just largely credit the origins of rammed earth to the China region and also Mediterranean. But the Mediterranean region has been used to block a lot of African knowledge that is rooted in North Africa. And this is something that I want to dismantle and disintegrate so that we can equally get to understand us as Africans that we have also done great things. Because if you can see yourself in that greatness, then you truly can start to believe that you can also equally achieve it, that it is equally part of you, that you can do it. You can live like that again. The second point is that rammed earth building technique, as per the way the professionals have come and engulfed the building technique itself, it has now become a technique that is more so practiced by professionals, and the knowledge is divorced from the people, and now it lives heavily with the professionals. One thing that I'm really, really trying hard to change, it is to empower the individual like you and me so that you understand the techniques, you understand, you also equally have the know-how, such that even if you're going to end up working with a professional, then you have a basic knowledge on how to navigate and how to guide the professional to get whatever results that you want. And one thing that I want to introduce to you that is less expensive and it's still going to get you the results of rammed earth, if you wish to do so, is the Atakpame building technique. And I say it will get you really good results. I know it's hard for anybody to believe that unless you see tangible results. And for those of you who are like, hey, I appreciate you sharing all this, but unless you actually have had evidence, we are not fully convinced. That's fine. Now, let me present to you the hard evidence. Like I said initially, I have actually compiled a document with all these resources from this credible website, which is the DRS website by the British Museum. And they have actually documented the Atakpame building technique while it is being practiced in Ghana. But what I have also done is that I have included links of the Atakpame building technique being practiced by the Batammariba people to build what they call the Takienta. And the Atakpame building technique, think of it as just being able to form these beautiful mud balls, and those mud balls are actually compacted by hand. Because this building technique really heavily relies on the mud balls and also you are actually building with your hands, it takes away the expense of wanting foam boards and all these other things that Tabia, which is what we now actually call rammed earth, really needs. So Atakpame, I would say in general, it is a cheaper version of rammed earth. It will still get you good results. If you look at the absolutely gorgeous and incredible buildings built by the Batammariba people, which the architecture itself is called Takienta, you can see that these buildings not only look aesthetically beautiful, but these buildings have been proven to have stayed in the community for 4 or 5 generations even. And they really last a long time, over 100 years, 200 years, And so it's really beautiful to see that with our bare hands, with just a mud ball, you can create a beautiful piece of architecture, very similar to what people nowadays call rammed earth. And so I want people to know more and more that Atakpame is equally part of rammed earth. This whole point that I'm trying to make with these videos is that it's very important to understand the basics of indigenous building techniques as per our ancestors' wisdom and knowledge, because learning the building technique alone is not enough, but learning the thought process that went into developing the building technique is a powerful foundation that changes the way you view the world, the way you build, the way you plan for yourself to have a home, but also for your lineage. And this is something I want us to unlock, that we do not just get tied to just understanding the building technique, but understand the systems, understand the thought process, understand the relationship with nature and how that builds one cohesion. Because in doing so, we get to solve for so many things. We get to become more self-sufficient. We get to be more grounded and connected to nature and earth and understand it a little bit more, because our ancestors heavily studied and understood nature and the earth itself. They watched everyday little things like the bird weaving the nest, like the way the rivers flow. All this is beautiful knowledge that when it's tied together, it unlocks something so deeply powerful in you as a human being. And so today I want to encourage you to open your mind, to open your heart to receiving new knowledge. And I hope the resources that I have put together for you will help to guide your journey in a more positive direction. And if you have any feedback in terms of what else you'd love to see about this particular building technique, please let me know, because in the subsequent videos, what I'm going to start to do is start to actually break down this knowledge. If you have been a supporter of mine for some time now, you realize I take one building technique like the House indigenous building technique. I have come and presented the history of it. And then what I started to do is actually start to break each and every element of that building technique, and then taking each and every element of that building technique and teaching you and myself on how we can actually start to apply those principles today. So that's the basis of what I do here. And so now I'm going to start to venture into the Atakpame building technique, because I've started to gather really, really good materials. And it's so exciting to just cover this topic. I'm always bubbling with smiles. My heart is excited. I cannot control the dopamine. But also it's so grounding and very spiritual in a sense, because I feel more and more connected to my people. I feel more and more connected to nature every time I learn a little bit more. And so I hope to share the same with you. And if you have any particular feedback on how we should approach this topic, please do let me know in the comment section. That would be largely appreciated. Thank you again for always supporting my content. As you watch the video, if you enjoy and you find it informative, please do give it a like so that more and more people can be able to see the video. And then if you can, please also hype the video, because it helps the video to become more discoverable. And if you can, please just consider supporting the research. It's very, very heavy. And the best way to do so is by becoming a member. It only costs like $2 a month, but it still goes a very, very long way in helping me dig into the research, read and analyze the research, and then present it in a more palatable way that it's easy to digest. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate everyone who is always giving me great feedback, constructive feedback, encouraging me, cheering me on. It really just excites my heart, and I cannot even hide my excitement. Thank you so much. I truly feel connected to you. I feel like I am part genuinely of a village, and the village cares, and I care too. I get so excited about this work. I feel so appreciative of my ancestors. I feel so connected with to my ancestors and to Alkebulan, and it's just a beautiful time. Until next time, cheers.